Most people think they fell off, but in reality, they just paused. And if you don't understand the difference, you'll quit something that was still working. Pausing is a part of discipline. Quitting is not. Alignment doesn't always feel productive, but it's necessary. Basically, you guys, what I'm trying to tell you is progress sometimes looks quiet. Most people think falling off is missing savings goals. You know, things are moving slower than usual. Taking a break, or just you feel like your progress is slowing down, or you feel like your progress isn't really moving much. But you have to zoom out a little bit more. To be honest, you guys, I think falling off is completely quitting something. Falling off is completely letting go of something and just not having no interest in it whatsoever, not looking back at all. So like, for example, we're going to use two different individuals. Let's say one individual started a savings goal of $1,000, right? Then another individual, they started a saving goals of $1,000, right? They both have the same schedule. They both have the same saving schedule. They're going to do $100 a week. So $100 a week, that's $400 a month. And in 2 months, that's $800. Both of the individuals can hit their savings goals if they just be consistent. All right, person number one, he saved up $300 already, and it's been 3 weeks. Okay, person number two, it's been 3 weeks. He saved up like $250, but he's being so hard on himself. He's like, oh, he's comparing himself to the other person because he knows they have the same goals. They started the same challenge, so he feel like they should be equal. But in reality, person number two, his progress is just a little slower than the other person. The other person, just the way his bills are set up, his progress just seems more faster. In reality, they have the same progress, but just the way the pay periods line up and just the bills and everything, the only way these individuals will see progress is if they be consistent. They keep saving. And little dude, guy number two, knows is that by week number 4, individual number one, he was going to be $50 to $75 short, you know, because of his bills. Now, person number two, he's just so worried about, he's too busy comparing and contrasting with the other individual. So remember what I said, he only had $250, and then the other individual had $300 in week 3. So week 4 came, the other guy, he only had $350. Individual number one. Individual number two is $350. It's week 4, guy number 2 is at $350. It's week 4, guy number 1 is at $350. So this may not be a good enough story, but this goes to tell you that your progress is slow. Just because you're not seeing any progress at the moment doesn't mean you're stagnant, doesn't mean you're not progressing. Most individuals, most people, like, and I can speak for myself as well when it comes to certain situations, we are too zoomed in on that situation, that current situation. And when you're so zoomed in like that, to the point to where only thing you see is the problems, only thing you see is, you know, what you're lacking, what you missed, you know, you know, you didn't get to put the full 100 in, you know, you had to use $50 of that 100. You know, you're only looking at that small, you're only zoomed into that point. But once you zoom out, let's say you zoom out to, you start thinking in months and years. Say you zoom out, all right, you just had $350 in 1 month. You just say $350 in 1 month, bro. Now zoom out to month 2. Zoom out to the end of month 2. By the end of month 2, if you be consistent, stay on the same thing that you was doing, bro, you will have $700 saved up by week 2. I mean, not week 2, by month 2. So it's all about being consistent. Now, let's say one of those individuals gave up. One of those individuals gave up at $250. All right, now he's stuck at $250 in week 2, or he probably at like lesser than that. He probably gave up and spent all of his savings. Now, person number 1, It's month 2. Remember, guy number 2, he's stuck at 250. He decided to just give up and fall off. That's the definition of falling off. It's quitting. Guy number 1, he has $600 saved. He had to use a little extra for bills, but it's month 2. He got $600 saved. He has double what he had in month 1. All because he was consistent. He didn't stop when a bill came up. He didn't stop when, unexpected expenses kept happening, or when he had an emergency, or when he had to pay for a bill earlier than what he expected. He just, okay, this is a part of the progress. We're going to stick to this. We're going to see progress. And as he stuck to it, month number 2, he's seen progress. He probably didn't see progress. By week 5 or 4 because it was a little slow, but he stayed consistent and continued adding the money. So the point I'm trying to make is the only way you fall off in life is if you give up on whatever it is you were going for. If you don't want to fall off in life, if you don't want to be that person that just give up and fall off, don't quit. That's literally all it is. Don't quit. Keep going. Be consistent with whatever goal that you have. Don't fall off, gang. Like, zoom out. You might not feel like you have any progress right now or seeing any progress. Just zoom out, be patient, and be consistent. That's all you need. All falling off is giving up, quitting, ignoring responsibilities, letting emotions take control over you and over your decision making will cause you to fail, fall off, quit. You don't want to be a quitter, bro, and you don't want to fall off. Here's for the guys who feel like they don't see any progress, but they're really just paused right now. It's just a little pause, which means you didn't quit. You're not falling off. You're just preparing for a better way. You're preparing yourself for adjustment. Pausing really means, handling real life when it shows up. Because your emergencies are going to pop up. Things going to come around. There's going to be hiccups. There's going to be walls. So it's all about what you do about it. Don't give up, though. You can't give up. You got to keep going. Be consistent. Pausing is just making smart adjustments. Like, let's say you originally came up with your plan of $100 a week, but in week 3, something came up, some emergency came up, and now for that week you can only save $50, or you can only save like $30. Well, that's what pausing looks like, and that's not even pausing. You still moving forward. That's progress. So I wouldn't even call that pausing. It's just making adjustments. The person that pauses their saving goal will never really hit that goal. All because of whatever situation. No matter what comes up, you have to be consistent to whatever your goal was. Pause if necessary, make adjustments, but you have to be consistent and continue to show up. Stay aligned even when the numbers don't move. That's the real progress. I'm gonna give you guys a quick story. Like, for me, example, I'm back at work. Like, I was giving you guys videos over the Christmas break. I had like 11 days off. I come back today, and then I'm off the next 2 days for my birthday. My birthday is tomorrow, guys, January 6th. Shoot your boys a happy birthday. I might drop a video for you guys tomorrow just because I should be free, and if I'm not, I'm getting to it, gang. But I should be able to do that for you. Over the Christmas break, I had a good amount of money saved up when I left work that week, and we had a bonus, so I was caked up. I was a little caked up, I ain't gonna lie. And I didn't stick to my goal. I told myself that I was gonna stick to a little budget when it comes to getting my kids presents and getting people gifts. And I kind of went overboard, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was just having too much fun with getting my kids clothes. Just being in that atmosphere of getting my kids stuff to make them happy. I don't regret it. I just feel like I should have been better with my budgeting, which I will. Just going through that whole phase, I'm not even gonna say it was a setback. It was really just knowledge in the making. Like, it was really just a lesson to be learned. Like, I overspent a little bit. I didn't go broke, but I was kind of panicking, like, sheesh, my savings tanked. But I had to change my mindset on, like, my savings didn't tank. I still have a good amount saved up, and that's just what it is. I didn't spend all my money, and I didn't have that mindset to where, I already spent over $800 already, so I might as well just spend more. That's the mindset you don't want. Like, and I can say that I was almost there, but I knew that was something I couldn't do. And that just came with knowledge. Like, for me, and taking so much knowledge and financial literacy over the year of 2025, it just led me to that, like, you know, I know what decisions not to make, you know. I know what I'm gonna do. I might do these little things. I might, you know, go splurge a little bit, but I know exactly what not to do. And really, that's all that matters. You got to know what not to do. Everybody seems to know what to do, but do they do it? No. It's all about knowing what not to do. Don't do that. That's it. My savings grew, but it kind of dropped down. It didn't grow much over the break how I wanted it to, because I did a little spending. That's just a lesson to be learned. Holiday came around. I found out where my leaks were and what my mindset was like during that time period. So the next go around, 2026, any other holidays, I know where the leaks are. I know what to do. I know how to move, and I know how to budget. All it was a lesson to be learned, and now I'm adjusting for the next go around. That's how you gotta do. Once a mistake is made, or once something, you already made a choice, bro, and it's already set and it's already set in stone. Even if it wasn't how you wanted it to go, if it wasn't what you wanted, well, adjust better for next time. You know what happened. You know what you don't want. You know what you don't want to happen. So that's all you need to do moving forward, bro. Focus on what you need to do, and don't do the things that you don't need to do. Like, it's very simple, you guys. Seek knowledge all the time, every day. Continue to show up. Stick to your goals. I'm not even gonna say goals. Stick to your saving systems. Stick to whatever systems you guys have set up for yourself and around your daily lives, and just run it, bro. Take action. Make the play. That's all you gotta do. And if you're still showing up mentally, you didn't fall off. You're just paused at the moment, making your adjustments so you can come back way harder. Glow and Grow with Joe. We'll see y'all.